morning students. Today we discuss about 11th commerce subject. So in this video we discuss a new chapter, that is classification of business activity. So in a business activity there are various classification are there. So in this chapter we discuss about the classification of business activity, meaning of industry, and classifying the industry into primary, secondary and tertiary industries, comparison between industry, commerce and trade, and auxiliary activities in commerce. So these are the some of the points, topics we should discuss in this chapter. Industry means, so industry refers to economic activity which are connected with the conversion of resources into useful goods. So industry is one of the economic activity. It will connected with the conversion of raw material into useful product. So the production side of business activity is referred as industry. So generally the term industry is used for activities in which mechanical appliances and technical skills are involved. So in this industrial place, the mechanical skill and technical skill and some appliances are to be involved in order to convert the raw materials into a useful product. And these include activities related to producing or processing of goods as well as breeding and raising of animals. So the term industry is also used to mean group of firms producing similar or related goods. There are various kinds of industries are there. Among the various kinds, so industries may be classified into two broad categories. That means on the basis of activity and on the basis of size. There are two broad categories of industries. This is the chart showing the various classification of industries. First we discuss about on the basis of activity. Industries are classified into, first one is primary. Primary industry is concerned with the production of goods with the help of nature. So it is a nature oriented industry which require very little human effort. So primary industry means it is one of the industry which is concerned with the production of goods with the help of the nature. So what are the natural resources are available in the country, based upon that this type of industries are running. For example, agriculture, farming, forestry, fishing are some of the example of the primary industry. These industries may be further subdivided into extractive industries. That is, extractive industries means those industries extract or draw out products from natural source. So from the natural source, some of the product which are to be extracted. That type of industry is called as extractive industries. And it supply some basic raw materials. That are mostly product of geographical or natural environment. So product of these industries are usually transferred into many other useful goods by manufacturing industries. So these what are the products which are produced through primary industry that can be used as a input for producing some of the other goods in the manufacturing industry. So important extractive industries include farming, mining, oil drilling, hunting and fishing, etc. Genetic industries. So genetic industry remain engaged in breeding plants and animals for their used in further reproduction. So plants and animals are used in order to reproduce for further reproduction. So that type of industries are called as the genetic industries. The seeds, nursery companies, and poultry, dairy are some of the example of genetic industries. Next, secondary industry. So second industry means those industries which are concerned with using the materials which have already been extracted at the primary industry. So what are the product which are produced through primary industries, and that product are to be used in the secondary industry for further production process. These industries process such materials to produce goods for final consumption or for further processing by other industrial units. So this type of secondary industry are to be used in order to produce the final consumption product, and also some of the goods which are to be used by some other industries not to produce as a finished goods. Such type of industries are called as the secondary industry. So secondary industries may be further classified into manufacturing industries. So manufacturing industries, these industries are engaged in producing goods through processing of raw materials and thus creating farm utilities. So that type of industry is called as manufacturing industry. So raw material can be input in these industries, manufacturing industries, and finished product are to be produced through farm utilities. So they bring out diverse finished products which we consume or use through the conversion of raw materials and are partly finished materials in their manufacturing operations. So manufacturing industries may be further divided into four categories on the basis of a method of operation for production. That is analytical industry, which analyze and separates different elements from the same materials, as in the case of oil refinery. So these type of industry are used not to produce relevant type of materials from the one type of raw materials. So which analyzes and separate different elements from the same materials, as in the case of oil refinery. Then synthetic industries, it combines various ingredients into a new product, as in the case of cement. So through the product of cement, various ingredients are to be introduced in order to produce this type of a product. Next, producing industry. Producing industry, processing industry. That is, processing industry means industries which include successive stages for manufacturing finished product, as in the case of sugar and paper. So processing industry means which involve successive different stages for manufacturing finished products. That type of industry is called as the process industries. That is, one finished product will be come out from different process. That type of industry is called as processing industry. Assembly industry, which assemble different components, parts to make a new product, as in the case of television, car, computer, etc. So this type of industry is also called as a manufacturing industry, but it is one of the assembling industry. So various parts of a product are gathered and it can be assembled into a new product. So that type of industry is called as the assembling industry. And then construction industry. So construction industry means which involve in the construction of building, dam, bridges, roads, as well as tunnels and canals. So if any industries are engaged in order to construct building, dams, etc., that type of industry is called as a construction industry. Tertiary industries are service industries. So they do not produce goods, but these industries produce utility services and sell them at a profit. They help trade, industry and commerce. And this term also include auxiliaries to trade like banking, insurance, warehouse, advertisement. So this type of organization is called as territorial industries or service oriented industries. Because of this type of industries helps the movement of trade, industry and commerce. So these type of industries are helping tendency to help in various aspects, and by way of rendering services they are collecting some revenue and to earn some profit. So with that we conclude this video. We continue the same chapter, same topic in next video. Thank you.